Troubleshooting, no driving lights, no tail lights, and no dash lights. This is an 07 Pontiac G5. I've checked everything with fuses and wires and bulbs and thought it was a BCM, but it's not the BCM. It is a circuit board relay built into the fuse box. Now to test this, the relay in the fuse box to control the parking lights. It's part of the parking light fuse in the fuse box. The under the hood fuse box, not this fuse box, which is the BCM. I'll post which pin this is and connector, I can't remember right now, but this pin, this white wire here, let's see if I got it count this. There's a white wire here, it's the, so I have it back probed. And this wire goes to the fuse box. Now the only way to access it from the fuse box is to take the fuse box apart because it's part of the connector under the fuse box. There is no pin on top of the fuse box where the fuses go to access this wire. This is the trigger wire, it's ground side for the relay, which is a printed circuit board relay. Which will trigger the parking lights to come on. So as a test, you turn on your car and in a dark environment so the dash light will come on and the parking lights will come on because it's a sensor built into the dash. So you check for continuity here to the fuse box, the underhood fuse box. If that is good, you can put power to this brown wire I'll show in a diagram which pin it is, but there's a brown wire right under the 12 volts to there. And your dash lights and driving lights should come on. You can do it here or within the fuse box and to the fuse for the parking lights. That'll show you that all your wiring is good, your bulbs are working. There's no issue with the circuit itself. My problem was the BCM, so I thought it was a bad BCM, and this is a spare BCM I had. I tested with this, and it's still the same problem. So the problem was the relay in the fuse box, which is a printed circuit board. You can't see it. Okay, that's the fuse block removed. Those are the connectors that were under it. This is, if I'm wrong, a C2 connector. I'll post it on the video if it's right or wrong. And the 7th pin is over here. This is the one that goes to the BCM. That's the ground side of the relay that is printed on the circuit board, which is sandwiched between these two plastic layers. So it's called a PCB relay, which you can get it probably used one of the wreckers, but it's about an hour away and they wanted like $60. So make my own relay. So I just got to find the white wire. It's a direct connection from the BCM to here, as far as schematics say. So which is this one. This is the white wire. I already ohmed it out to the BCM and it confirmed. So I'm going to cut it, but leave me some room just in case I do something else. So I'm going to cut it here. And continue that wire to the outside of the fuse box and implement a relay. So that's my goal. Or I can do from the inside of the vehicle. Then all I have to do is provide power to this pin right here. That was the old fuse for the parking lamps. So that will power coming in. That's the relay turning it on and going out to the lights and in dashboard lights. So all I need is power to that one. Haven't decided yet. And just bring a wire out here to that pin and leave the relay inside the car. I have to give it power anyways. Now I'll probably do it in here. Okay, I ran the wire coming out of the box. It's a long version, but I'm going to cut it and just lay the fuse block plugs. They have a proper orientation in the base here, so make sure you put that on first, and then you can put the fuse block on top. Okay. This is a 12-volt relay I just happen to have. Comes with pigtails. The cover easily comes off. But the way this one is wired, the red wire is the hot coming in. So the red and the black are the power. So red will come in, and whatever you need to get powered is through the black wire. And the switch, or the solenoid, is controlled by the white and yellow. So in this situation, I just need power to come in for the switch and the power feed. So this is the yellow is for the switch, or the solenoid. When that gets triggered by the ground side BCM, which happens to be this white wire, which is the white wire that we're going to connect. And that power will go into the black wire, which will go into the spot where the parking lights fuse goes, which is right here, and this side of the fuse, not that side. So on this side, you could, it doesn't really matter, but I don't want to backfeed 12 volts into the old relay. That's bad. So that's what I just happen to have this, but you can use any relay. It's 4 pins. I mean, any relay like this is 4 pins. The numbers, so it shows you here which is the, that's your solenoid, 86 and 85. One side's power, one side's ground. And when it's on, energized, it gives power up. Google more information on relays, 12-volt relays, 4 pins. I already tested it and it worked, just haven't hardwired it yet. And I'm probably going to keep, there's enough room for the solenoid here. Keep it in the box, or I might keep it on the outside, I don't know yet, it's too much work. Put it in here, it should fit. I'll tape it up so it doesn't, it's not going to move around a lot. Can tape it down, or just tape it. And I think that'll be my solution. I mean, I could find a spot somewhere here, somewhere in the car, bolted somewhere. But I think I'm just going to keep it inside it. This is all plastic, so nothing should short out with anything. Yeah, I know, it doesn't look pretty. I just don't care. But it works. This is the relay box. Gonna tape the cap down still. This is an inline fuse. All right, that's an inline fuse I just happen to have. It's a big one, but fits in this box. And there's the white wire coming from the BCM. That is the ground side for the relay. And these are the two hot legs for the relay, one coming in, one going out. When it's triggered, goes to the black wire, which goes to the parking lights fuse. And this is the fuse for your tail lights. It's a 15 amp fuse. Now, I put it in there. This is just my way of doing it, but I don't want to backfeed 12 volts back into the relay, so I just cut off this leg because the wiring to the parking lights is on this side of the fuse. So the wire for this built-in relay that I did, well, external relay, but I only did it for the one side because it's all I need. And I'll show you. Now, there's enough light in the garage that it still triggers that it's too dark. But I can cover the sensor. So right now it's on. So there it is off. And it's accessory. This is run. And you can see the back lights, the glow there. Lights are on. And the front driving lights are on. Now I can trigger it off. If I put a light for about a minute on the sensor, takes about a minute or so. That should be bright enough to turn it off. And let's see here. So all those problems, I took apart everything. It was the, there it goes. It's off. And same with my driving lights or tail lights in the back. So I thought it was the Android car stereo. And maybe the air conditioning head unit. I took out anyways to get to the wiring for the radio, but it wasn't the radio or the Android head unit. I happen to have another BCM. That was my second BCM. It's a long story why I have two of them, but I had two of them. I thought it was the BCM. No, the same thing with the second BCM. All it was the relay that's circuit board in the fuse box. So that's it. It's all done. Wasn't the BCM, wasn't anything. It was just a bad relay in the junction box. Thank you for watching. Comment if you like. Take it easy.